To add a trend display to your Wincc runtime project, start in Wincc Explorer and use the Graphics Designer editor. You can create a page where you can insert a trend object. You can see that we've already created a Graphics Designer document called trends.pdl, so we'll open this document and add a trend control object. I'll choose Open Picture. You can see that we have already created a few objects on this page. I have a tank object that shows my internal tag tank 100 and a couple of fill bars that are attached to my RAM and CPU tags under my System Info driver. To add a trend display, I'll go to my Object palette to the Controls tab, and I'll scroll down and choose the Wincc Online Trend Control and drag it out onto the screen. The Properties dialog automatically comes up. I can give my trend display a name, and then I can set some of my other options. My data source, I can choose to take my data from an archive and look at historical data, or I can take it directly from online tags without ever going through the database. I'll set my background color to black, and my writer orientation, I have 4 options I'll choose from the right. I can also choose to have a common X and common Y axis. On the Curves tab, I use the Add button to add my trends, and then I'll set up my trends. My first one, I would like it to show my Tank 100 level, so I'll give it that name and choose the color of blue. Now I'll associate it with my tag. I'll use the Selection button, Variable Name, and I'll go to my internal tags and choose Tank 100. I'll choose an update cycle of 250 milliseconds. I can use a similar method to set the other 2 up. Once we've completed setting up the curves, the next step is just to press Apply and OK. Next, we'll need to save the page and then use the File Runtime menu to test it in runtime. Now that we're in runtime, you can see the trends being displayed in the trend object. As I move my Tank 100 up and down, you can see the associated trend follow it. If we'd like to change the color, because blue doesn't seem to be appearing that well, I can use directly from the toolbar. I can access my properties and change the color to something that might appear better. And then I choose Apply and OK. I could also change the way the trend control is structured by going to my General tab and choosing Display Staggered Trends. And now you can see that each trend has its own X and Y axis. So you can see there's quite a few tools that we have. We also have some analysis features like our ruler, which shows us the digital values of each trend as the ruler passes over it. I can also use my magnification glass to go in and have a closer look at where my points might intersect. I can go back to a regular view just at the press of a button, and now I'll take off my ruler.